Greetings, wrestling fans! Welcome back to another review. This is just going to be a quick and short review because you guys know that's kind of been my forte as of now. Just quick reviews, not really long. I don't really need to, make these reviews 20 minutes long or anything like that. I know people probably would rather that, but honestly, I think quicker reviews are better. Just so in that way, I can just get my thoughts out for at least 10 minutes. I can get my thoughts out for like easily 10 minutes or so. Anywho, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm wasting time. So the show began with RK Bro. It's nice to see Randy back on his old stomping grounds where, he made a name for himself. Riddle is just an absolute twat as always. And the unification between RK Bro and the Usos has been made official. I am so done with these unifications. I just do not understand why WWE is having this creepy finish with unifications now. I don't like it. It's dumb. It's absolutely stupid. Anyway, so we had Naomi take on Rhea Ripley on this episode of Smackdown. Apparently it was supposed to be Sasha Banks versus Rhea Ripley. And in my opinion, WWE made the wise decision to change that. And the reason why I'm saying this is because why should Sasha take back-to-back losses? Why should Sasha take back-to-back losses on SmackDown? She lost last week to Liv Morgan. And I know some people are going to say, oh, but they were in Boston. They were in her hometown. So, she would have lost. If you're gonna wrestle Rhea Ripley, in my opinion, the person should be losing to Rhea Ripley. Not just because she's Australian, it's because you should be putting over Rhea Ripley. And yes, Sasha Banks is all about putting people over, but I just didn't want to see Sasha go back-to-back losses, so I was perfectly fine with them changing it to Naomi. Either way, it doesn't matter, it was still a banger. It didn't matter if it was Sasha versus Rhea or Naomi versus Rhea, it was still a great match. Rhea Ripley would win with the riptide to Naomi. Great to see Naomi elevating and helping the future. And yeah, I'm very happy about that. Love all the women involved in this feud. I fully expect Sasha Banks and Naomi to retain in the title match on Raw. And that'll lead to Rhea Ripley breaking up with Liv Morgan. So now we begin the build of the joke Madcap Moss. Yeah, honestly, his theme song fits him well. Because he is an absolute joke. He is an absolute joke. Madcap Moss defeats Humberto Carrillo. Great. Los Lotharios have now been relegated to Madcap Moss's personal punching bag. That's just great. That's exactly what a great team like Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza need. Nah, screw having them in the tag team division. Now, screw having them potentially challenge the Usos for the SmackDown tag team titles. Let's just do a stupid unification and we'll just bury Los Lotharios to this jerk. And listen, I wasn't really a big fan of Carrillo and Garza at first, but them as a team is just so good. They've won me over. They won me over as a team. And now I'm seeing them lose to this jerk! And then Madcap Moss is going to face Angel Garza next week. So you may as well just get... Madcap Moss is going to win that as well. Also, I should bring this to people's attention. LA Knight is now officially called up on the main roster. He seems to be playing a manager for Mace. Now, I know a lot of people are going to instantly freak out and be like, oh my god, how could they do this? Let's just chill out and let it play out Let's just chill and let it play out, please. We don't need to jump to conclusions immediately. LA Knight is very good with his promos. So in my opinion, WWE is playing to LA Knight's strengths. I don't understand how people get upset when WWE play to a character's strength. Yes, I know LA Knight wrestled on NXT. Just give it time. He'll eventually wrestle. I just don't know. I just do not like the negativity and people just jump into conclusions over everything. So let's just chill. Let's just chill out. Anyway, moving on. Charlotte Flair was interviewed by Drew Gulak. Yeah, Drew Gulak's now resorted to interviewing because his in-ring career was an absolute failure. And that's what Charlotte took a shot at his in-ring career being a failure. And she makes his first job as an interviewer a definite one to remember. She actually beats the shit out of him. She beats the shit out of him and makes him say, "I quit," and tap out to the figure eight. Charlotte called herself the Submission Master. I think a certain person on my universe mode that I stream, if you guys watch my streams, there's someone on NXT I call the Submission Master. Then we had Drew McIntyre, two Drews. I almost got confused. Drew McIntyre battled Sami Zayn in a rematch, and again it ends by countout. And now we're going to be doing a lumberjack match next week between the two. Why couldn't you just do a steel cage? Why do we need a lumberjack match? Why do we need a lumberjack match? You could have just done a godforsaken steel cage. I would much rather a steel cage match than a bloody lumberjack match. Whatever. Lacey Evans played part 2 of her story, and then Natalya was having a little whingy about Natty being all, "Oh, woe is me, Lacey." She was all, "Oh, woe is me, Lacey. We all have tough times in our life." And then Natalya and Shayna are whinging about how newer superstars are coming up and taking space in their locker room. Gee, Natalya, very fickle of ya. That is very fickle coming from you, Natalya, waltzing into NXT like you bloody own the place, bullying Cora Jade and Tadon Paxley. And yet you have a problem with the rookies coming into your locker rooms and taking up space in your locker rooms? Yet you got no problem going to NXT and bullying Cora Jade and Tadon Paxley. You absolute fickle woman. Absolute fickle. Ricochet would defeat Jinder Mahal in an Intercontinental Championship match. Good. Ricochet should not be losing his title to a person like Jinder Mahal. I would actually be okay with Gunther being the guy that beats Ricochet, if I'm being completely honest. Speaking of Gunther, he and Ludwig had a little promo backstage talking about how the ring is sacred and telling them to respect the ring general. Honestly, I'm looking forward to see what they could do with Gunther. And then in the main event, Riddle beat Jimmy Uso in a decent match, I suppose. Randy Orton was the highlight of it, obviously, and yeah, I'm not really looking forward to the unification. Absolutely dumb. And that's pretty much Smackdown. Good show. Good show. I enjoyed it. So, if you guys did enjoy the review, hit that thumbs up, comment your thoughts and opinions down below, and I will see you all next time.